A big upset in the Pacific League playoffs just happened with PaperX destroying DRX in 2-0 fashion, sending themselves into the grand finals, which is the first time PaperX has been able to defeat DRX ever. So this is pretty surprising considering that DRX was able to just outclass PaperX in their last matchup during the season. So what happened between then and now that allowed PaperX to take down the untouchable DRX? And will this translate to the international stage at Masters Tokyo now that they secured their spot? Let's first look at how they did this season, and why they were able to rebound after struggling during the lock-in tournament where they were so soundly beaten by Cloud9 in the first round. So PaperX went 7-2 in the split, finishing just behind DRX, securing a first round bye for playoffs. Their only losses coming from DRX and Team Secret, who just seemed to have their and DRX's number for whatever reason in the matchups. Other than that, they were able to breeze through the season, only requiring 2 matches to go to 3 maps. The biggest change PaperX went through this season is the integration of something as a core member of the team, a crazy good Russian jet who was just picked up right before the season started. This addition caused the team to take up a more 6-player approach where sometimes jinggg wouldn't be used or benkai would take a break for a map or 2, and required some role shifting to bring out the most in the team, which was a little awkward at first, but by the end of the season they were able to 2-0 teams like Zeta, T1, and jinggg, with something quickly becoming a top 3 opera in the league once he was given a few matches to warm up with the team. So with the first round bye secured, they faced T1 in the upper semifinals, where they were able to win 2 maps, 13-10. Now with their ticket punched to Masters Tokyo, they were up against DRX again. Till this point, PaperX looked like the second best team in the Pacific League. Still, how does this new team composition look against DRX now? Let's move into the map picks for the match. This is really telling on what they prepared for this matchup, as PaperX seemed to want to go with a faster paced match, with a selection of Fracture, where they had been going double duelist with Forsaken and jinggg, and something on the Breach. DRX chose Bind, which had been a very comfortable pick for them, as they were able to destroy Team Secret on this map last match. So PaperX wants to pick up their own map pick to have a chance. First, I want to look at a round where PaperX utilizes 2 duelist setup to really push the tempo on DRX, while on defense. So this is an important round early in the map at 5-5. On PaperX's side, they have 2 ults available in the Lockdown and Overdrive, which could both be powerful for a quick retake. Also, one thing that the double duelist comp on Fracture does well is that since the map is so big and spread out, you can separate your duelists to act as entries on different sides of the map, even on defense, as at least one of the duelists will guess right and meet the front of the attack. Jinggg takes Dish with Mindfreak as support, while on the other side, Forsaken on the Neon pushes B main towards Tree, where he's covered by really deep smoke, allowing him to slip into an insane spot early in tunnel. He's covered from being isolated by something, taking control on Sight and in Arcade. This is such a great and aggressive setup on defense as PaperX takes up so much space while DRX is still stuck in spawn. And here is some peak coordination as jinggg is getting ready to swing. Something sends out his fault line, which stuns Buzz, giving them an easy first pick. With this, DRX decides to finally hit B, where Forsaken tries to surprise them from this unique angle, but unfortunately gets taken out by Fox C9. But still, that gives something enough information and time to set up for the Sight hit, where he's able to take out Foxy and Stax before being eliminated, giving PaperX a critical 3v2 retake opportunity, with the lockdown still in play. With the lockdown placed, they quickly retake, eliminating Mako in the smoke, isolating RB in tower, and the only gap from the lockdown, where he is taken out by the Molly from Brim, as they knew that was the only place he could be, allowing them to defuse easily. A beautiful Sight retake to win the round, giving them the lead yet again. After the first half ended at 7-5 in favor of PaperX, their attacking side could not be stopped as Devi and Mindfreak take over the game as KJ and Brim, as they're able to convert a couple of huge rounds for the team, as they win 6 rounds in a row to blow out DRX 13-5 to take their map pick. Now on to DRX's map pick, Bind. The first major surprise was the pick of Reyna by Something, which, in tune with the style of PaperX, is definitely not meta. With jinggg on Raze for entry purposes and Forsaken on an aggressive harbor pick, this is a very unique comp for PaperX. And early on we see why Something's Reyna pick might just be perfect, and why this collection of 5 players is even better than the team from last year. So we start the round with an early Viper's Pit near A teleporter, as Mako is trying to put himself in a favorable position if PaperX decides to push him, as he has a judge that could wreak havoc if they aren't careful. They decide not to push him wisely, and instead put pressure towards Showers, forcing Harbor away. On the other side of the map, Forsaken and Devi take space in B lobby. With a lot of space taken, they decided to push A, with something using his eye to give him an insane angle all alone on site. This could be pretty dangerous, as this could be a one and done angle as he has no support, but he is betting that the Viper is going to stay within his Viper's pit, allowing him to cut the site in half uncontested. This bet works out as he swings and picks off RB, who never suspected the angle, after sending out his wall to try and cut off showers. Something dismisses where he moves forward onto site with Jing and Mindfreak just behind him with the spike. Now with a favorable post plan, Devi sets up in A short, cutting off any attack from here or from Mako escaping his Viper's pit, as he's currently contained by DRX and cut off from the rest of his team, making his own ult his own prison. With all this information around the map, DRX knows exactly where DRX will be attacking from, making this 5v4 heavily in their favor, even though they're not able to take the round cleanly, requiring Mindfreak to use his ult and win in 1v2. This was an incredibly coordinated round by DRX, where they used the unique agent pick of Reyna to open up sites and set up positions that no other team other than DRX could do or predict against. This ultimately was why DRX became such a fan favorite over the years, as they feel as though they could beat any team at any time, as their playstyle is like no other, and can hardly be counter-stratted, as they are so unpredictable, and can bring down an agent comp like this. With that round win, they finished out the half 8-4, giving themselves a great chance to snatch away DRX's map pick. On their defensive side, they kept on with their usual hyper-aggressive playstyle, with fast pushes making DRX feel as though they were playing defense. This is where DRX really shines, and Something is the perfect player for this team, as he meshes so well with the W gaming style of DRX. They are able to get the pistol and eco, and after losing the bonus and first rifle round, DRX won the last 3 rounds to secure their first win against their Asian rivals DRX. So now with DRX looking forward towards Masters Tokyo, how will they fare against the other region's top teams? The last 2 times we saw them on the international stage was at the lock-in earlier this year, where they were knocked out in the first round by Cloud9 in a pretty disappointing way, and in last year's Champions, where they went 1-2 being eliminated in the group stages. So 2 pretty underwhelming performances for a team that was once considered a top 3 team at one point, almost taking home Masters Copenhagen last year. So will this Masters be their return to international glory? In my power rankings going into the event, I have DRX at 3rd, only behind Fnatic and DRX, which I still believe is the better team most days, as it seems during this match that DRX, like DRX, were holding strats back as they both already qualified. But they're definitely one of the favorites going into Masters Tokyo. My prediction for them is that DRX will make it to the semifinals but fall short of the grand finals, ending in 3rd place for the event. So how do you think DRX will do in Masters Tokyo? Overhyped or a tournament favorite now? Let me know in the comments below. Also make sure you subscribe, as I put a lot of time into each one of these through research, writing, and editing. So if you could subscribe and turn on notifications, that would be greatly appreciated, as I'll continue to produce high quality pro Valorant and VCT news all season long, and you don't want to miss out.